you might be able to just throw the other team sniper off the map, which is another win condition as well. So we're going to see that mini game play out here today.
All right, here we go. Kicking things off. Game one. Formal with the snipe in his hands. Who's got the snipe for FaZe? For now, Formal gets the first shots of the map into the suit of FaZe. Slight numbers edge here for OpTic Gaming to start, but look at the aggressiveness here from Snakebite already in the base of OpTic, and he grapples back onto the map, steals that snipe from Formal, steals the life of Dead Zone, has a double. 3 go down for OpTic Gaming, and FaZe, 30 seconds in, already have a flag out.
FaZe winning the sniper mini game I talked about, but the problem is they pushed in so hard they forced Formal to spawn at the midway point of the map, and that's going to stop this flag run short. You got to be so careful to not block all of the spawns in the base. Formal getting the best spawn on the map, literally spawning at the bottom of that stairwell, is going to shut that down. So what looked to be a phenomenal opening for FaZe, the flag run gets stopped short due to one small mistake. They just blocked too many spawns.
Great example of just how difficult it is to score on Argyle. You can't imagine a better opening break for FaZe. Get the flag out convincingly with 3 dead at that time for OpTic, but like you said, that favorable forced spawn for Formal, a little bit of an unforced error. You could maybe argue for FaZe Clan. 99% of the way perfect there on their opening break, but you got to be 100% on when you're playing against OpTic Gaming, as Lucid has that sniper in the ventilator system, eyeing up Snakebite for the no-scope. Trippy coming up to the rear, has a little bit of a flank potential here. All the attention on Lucid. That's going to allow Trippy to get that slay here on Renegade. Snakebite looks to push up. Trippy's in the back of the base. This could cause chaos here for FaZe.
Lucid doing such a good job, just understood that he didn't have any room to move forward, but he can hold down mid-map, make it difficult for FaZe to get out of their base, but it's not going to be difficult for them to get out now as Royal 2 picking up the triple kill. It's actually going to backtrack, maybe just double checking. Look at this. Yeah, so FaZe actually treats Halo like they're a SWAT team. Yes, they got 3 kills, but they know there's someone missing. You see Dead Zone lurking, and they know that he's lurking because they're like, hey, yeah, we got 3 kills, but where's that last guy? That's why you see Royal 2 constantly turning around. But look at this. Dead Zone stays alive for long enough for his teammates to come off spawn, and this play could be what OpTic needs to get a flag run out.
Sometimes the greatest play in Halo is just staying alive, being a thorn in the side of the opposition, as Dead Zone does a great job exemplifying that. Exemplary shots there from Frosty as he lands the 5 perfect. A little bit trickier here on Lucid. He's going to be rewarded with a full snipe to work with. Dead Zone still in the back of FaZe's base. At this point, they got to be prioritizing him. He finally goes down, but not before Renegade takes him down with the headshot. So that's going to reset things a little bit, but gotta shout out Dead Zone's performance there in the back of the spawn for FaZe, really causing some issues.
You said FaZe has got to start prioritizing him, but Dead Zone's got to start paying rent, man. He's just living on their couch the whole time. I mean, he existed in their base way longer than his half of the map so far this game, and right now Frosty, after they finally take him down, they're able to comfortably move forward on the map, don't have to look over the back of their shoulder. A couple kills go down on both sides, and like I said, on this map you really need 3 dead on both sides for you to get a flag out comfortably and actually make it back to your base. You need 3 down on their team, 3 up on your team. Right now, Frosty, all these picks are mostly just to get mid-map control. If they can get a few kills from mid-map, that's when you're going to see them push in.
Renegade having an uncharacteristic game here, sitting at 2-2-8, and you have to imagine if he's able to heat things up a little bit, that could spell trouble for OpTic. For now, still feels like both teams vying for that mid-map, as Frosty has 3 shots left to work with. Another 360 repulsor play to get out of dodge, but no, Dead Zone takes him down instead. Sniper with 3 shots there on the snipe platform, but Dead Zone eyeing a pole instead.
Look at this. Dead Zone's so aggressive. This is what makes him such a valuable asset for his squads. I mean, the more he pushes forward into the opposition space, the more they have to worry about him before they can do anything else on the map. He does get traded out, though. Would have liked to get that kill without dying. Renegade now gonna hold this QT in the vent, but gets hit by a perfect grenade from Dead Zone. The prediction there. Sometimes you just want to throw grenades at that doorway. It's such a commonly used walkway to get to the other side. So huge heads up play. Now they've got a few dead, and Formal's in the base. This could turn into a flag cap, but FaZe is going to try to stop him short.
That's big too, because Renegade had the QT. Now Renegade's the last member alive for FaZe. I should say first up. Now the last down is he goes down staggered out. 2 back-to-back respawn screens for Renegade. That's not good. As Snakebite goes down to 1 HP, Formal looks to continue running that flag wall, doing damage. 4 go down, and it looks like OpTic Gaming should have their first score of the day, as they do take a 1-0 lead with 7 minutes left.
OpTic already looking better than last week. You have to imagine they went back to the drawing board, talked about what went wrong last week, and keep in mind they still got third place last week, so not a terrible placing, but probably less than they expected of themselves after making this team change. Their goal was to be able to beat this FaZe roster, so any progress towards that goal is going to feel very good. 6.5 minutes left on the clock. This game is far from over, but OpTic taking the lead is a good sign for them.
Yeah, you make a great point, Eli. The two top teams in the HCS, OpTic and SSG, both having to work with a new fort. That's going to take some time, and maybe why we didn't see such a, I say a great performance from OpTic. They got top 3. Expect them to get in the grand finals, though. And SSG dealing with the same thing this week, getting a legend on the squad for the first time, having some struggles in the lower bracket already as Snakebite gets sent back to the respawn screen. So too does Renegade once again, as Dead Zone steals FaZe's snipe and now has it in his hands.
Not just FaZe's snipe, it's also his own. Look at the ammo counter. Has 7 reserve shots in the clip, so this is a double stack snipe. I was going to say that FaZe was winning the sniper mini game I alluded to in the pregame, but as soon as this snipe trades hands, the story has changed as well. They're going to certainly prioritize this sniper, so I think both teams know there's a sniper with a lot of ammo bottom middle. They're going to want to secure some space before going down for it. Trippy might have snagged it, but can absolutely guarantee that they're going to try to pick up that sniper.
Oh, Lucid could have QT'd out of there, but instead waits to secure the Slay first. Unbelievable play there from Lucid. We expect to see that, though, as he looks to continue pushing up along the vent side. Still has half a QT to work with. If he goes down to low shields, to see him QT out, but Snakebite has it picked out. Watch that portal from afar and takes down Lucid.
Yeah, if your portal's out in the open like that, the other team is likely going to have at least one set of eyes watching it. I think Snakebite was just going that way anyways. Ends up being in the perfect spot to shut down Lucid as he tries to portal out. Few kills go in favor of FaZe, so they get the flag out, but all of a sudden 2 members go down. Royal 2, the one that ended up with that sniper rifle we saw earlier, he's going to back up here, understanding how important it is that he keeps the sniper in his team's hands.
Royal 2 with 5 shots to work with, down 1-0 to OpTic Gaming, less than 5 minutes left. They have a flag out, but it gets returned. 3v3 for now. His numbers do start to dwindle for FaZe, and if Royal 2 goes down, OpTic Gaming will win back the snipe and the mid-map.
Another set of snipes spawning in about 25 seconds here. Royal 2 still has a couple bullets to work with. Going to use 2 of them. Take down a player. Renegade finding a kill of his own. Mid-map control definitely going to go to the favor of FaZe. OpTic going to look to try to secure their sniper and make some use out of it, but I have to imagine FaZe is going to apply pressure to their snipe at the same time they pick up their own.
Royal 2 just looking to maintain presence here with the snipe in the middle of the map. He's done a good job of that, but he doesn't have much sniper left to work with. You might see him push off of that mid-map location because of it as he extends out into the base of OpTic Gaming. One final shot in the snipe and another headshot to his name and double kill, in fact, as he has 5 perfect shots. Out DMR's Matt as Royal 2 looks to push on through Lucid. There we go. Now they're forcing those back of flag spawns. A little bit more disadvantageous for OpTic as FaZe. We saw them with the first push of the match, but OpTic Gaming instead score first, reaching the end game. 3.5 left.
He said he out BRs Matt, but he's also Matt. A little bit of Matt on Matt violence.
Yeah.
As Royal 2 takes down Formal. And that was a massive play from Royal 2. If he doesn't get that double kill right there, everything was swinging in OpTic's favor, but just being a thorn in their side behind them, able to shut down that push, and OpTic still feeling the damage from that play. Trippy's going to just sit back with his sniper. Still got 2 bullets to work with, but with his teammates dead, there's nobody to cover for him. He gets taken down, and now it's FaZe looking to push into OpTic space.
And it's Frosty on the flank. Takes down Trippy. I don't think Trippy had much snipe left. He had 2 shots left, so that sniper should be grabbable. Frosty not able to find it. Instead, he finds a Dead Zone lurking on that OpTic side of the base. Takes him down. Dead Zone. OBJ Glue Guy, he's the main slayer. Eli sitting at 19, 6, and 13. Everybody's still feeling out how to play and how this team composition works here on OpTic, but really impressed to see Dead Zone soaring into the 20s and slays, and OpTic have another flag out.
I think in order to truly be the glue, you have to be able to do anything your team needs you to do. And in this game, his team has needed him to slay out, and that's what he's done. He's just made sure that he knows how to win games. That's just the fact of the matter, and that's what made him so special on that Cloud9, eventually SSG roster last year. And he now secures a second cap, but it's FaZe with the flag out of their own. If they can bring this one home, it's suddenly a 1 flag game once again.
OpTic with the insurance score to give them a 2-0 lead with less than 2 to go. FaZe has to countercap this. But it looks like Formal has other thoughts with the snipe. Takes down Frosty. 3 go down for FaZe, and OpTic Gaming are looking in the driver's seat for a Game 1 win, if not for Snakebite. Still has a flag despite the slays. FaZe are still in a position to make it a 1 whole game. 90 seconds left. Really looking to make sure that they have the positioning on the map and the slays to feel safe to push out. They know Formal lurks top mid. He's deadly with the snipe, but he's not going to get an eye on it. Instead, FaZe are going to score. Down 120 left.
Wow, I actually love this play from Formal. I mean, he basically just decided, like, yeah, they're going to cap that. I'm not going to overextend to try to stop it. As long as I stay alive, my team can get another flag out, and they just get the counter cap instantly.
Wow.
He had no concern whatsoever about that flag going in, and for good reason. He said, yeah, sure, you can cap that, but we're going to kill your whole team and just run your flag anyway. So heads up plays from Formal and the rest of OpTic. Securing Game 1 is a great start to their day.
Wow. Love that risk reward. Love how Formal just boldly stands at top middle, says, yeah, we'll give you guys that 1 measly score, but we're going to take the Game 1 victory. Unbelievable thought process, and game sense there from Formal, showing he doesn't even need to hit snipes sometimes. He just needs to have the snipe and make his decision, make his call. OpTic Gaming stuck with it, earned that instant counter cap, and a Game 1 victory.
Formal with impressive damage dealt as well. 6,500, almost 1,000 more than anybody else in the lobby. Unsurprising though, he was the sniper player for a majority of the game for OpTic. But I mean, to put up numbers like that, you've got to also stay alive and position yourself in spots to deal that damage. And we saw that exemplified in that last play there. But OpTic looking much better than last week already. It kind of felt like they weren't finding their footing. Maybe their timing was a little bit off. But if this Game 1 is any indication, they seem to have righted some of those mistakes already.
Yeah, it feels like OpTic was rubbing the cobwebs out of their eyes, as we didn't get to see them during the off season, but we woke up a little sleepy with the top 3 in the open series number 1. Again, feels like we'll be a little harsh. Expect them in the top 2 as Renegade earns 2 with the double kill. OpTic Gaming, like you said, Eli, looking much better. Their timing seems to be so much more cohesive. As Renegade gets back smack, and despite a good start for FaZe Clan, they go 3 down. Royal 2, the last member alive, and he goes down. It's a team wipe for OpTic Gaming, and that makes it a 4-3, now 5-4 game. OpTic in the lead.
Expect this game to go back and forth. Very much a strategic Slayer. I think the most strategic Slayer that we see is just such a well-balanced map is Recharge. I think one of the best maps for sure in this game. And when these two teams play it, it can slow down sometimes. That, you know, both teams are kind of respecting one another. They are not willing to overextend, but as soon as they get some edge is when they collapse. And right now, OpTic must see some type of damage edge, and that's why we see them collapsing in. Some kills trade out. That actually ends up being FaZe that get the better of OpTic in this situation. Deadzone's still alive, though. I think the rest of FaZe finally do shut him down, but Lucid maintaining good positioning here with the shock rifle in gold.
And if Lucid maintains this snipe, OpTic should be able to maintain the lead. Up by 2 now, but FaZe are pushing through. Have that opening break slay, and now Lucid down to low HP. A grenade or even 1 body shot should take him down as Frosty cleans him up. Dead zone, though, cleans up on Frosty. Good trade scenario there for OpTic, but more trades going out. Bodies dropping left and right. 11 to 13, it looks like. Now 14 as Formal earns the perfect double.
Should be getting another one as well. 4-kill lead at a good time to do so. Camo's up in 15 seconds. Those players will be back on the map before it spawns, though, so OpTic gonna have to win another round of slays before they can comfortably extend for it. You have to imagine OpTic might have that shroud in their pocket, though. Lucid hanging out trip stacks here, probably has it in the inventory. Yep, we hear it go out. Looks like he's gonna use that to grab the camo. Actually placed it on the mid bridge just to completely shut down that sight line, but everyone on OpTic going down. It's a clean 4 dead, and I think that camo is gonna certainly go into the suit of FaZe unless Lucid was able to pop it quickly. Renegade gonna hold down the top tower here. Yes, it looks like Lucid probably was able to burn that camo, and what a great play out of FaZe there.
Yeah, FaZe call their play and execute it to perfection, earning the team wipe. +4 differential in that sequence as we're now tied 16 all. Snakebite down to low HP on the goal side of the map, looking to stay alive as Duo Royal 2 on the other side, looking to support that push from Dead Zone. He's looking to clean up on Snakebite. But Snakebite cleans up on Dead Zone instead. Lucid able to get one, but not before 3 go down for OpTic Gaming. FaZe are back in the lead by 1.
This game is going back and forth. Frosty with the grapple hook here. Not finding a place to plant it, though. A couple of those grapples a little bit short. Finally finds his way into top A. Just applying pressure to Formal here. I think he's expecting his teammates to show up. They finally do. Frosty just being such a nuisance, just dealing max damage while minimizing the damage taken. I feel like Formal is the same player in that respect. They're both so good at that game, but it's FaZe who have the extra resources to come clean that kill up. And now it's FaZe in great positioning. With this setup, they can kind of keep OpTic from moving on the map. And when OpTic are the team that's losing, they're forced to move.
FaZe on a 6-3 run after it was previously 16-16. As Trippy looks to push through the White Hall. Camo up in 20, so OpTic might stay on that side of the map. It looks like they will for now. I see Formal on the long haul as well. 2 split on gold, 2 split on A for FaZe as Dead Zone gets a shroud screen out. That's going to allow him to push up on the map freely as he pushes into A. Has Snakebite down to 1 HP. Lucid cleans him up as OpTic are right back in it after a well-timed push of their own. 23-21.
Shroud, such a great addition to this map. I mean, this was one of the harder pushes in the game when the other team has that top A, top gold setup. In previous iterations of this map, it was very difficult. You had to play your process almost perfectly. That Shroud, though, making that push a little bit easier. I think Bandit meta encourages players to move a little bit faster on the map as well, just to close the gap. Love this changes we're seeing. This is now going back and forth. OpTic now only down by 1, but Formal has the camo.
At the halfway mark, it's 25-24. FaZe with a 1-kill lead. Formal, though, ties at 25 all. As 2 go down for FaZe. 2 spawn on the A side of the map. Formal could really push the envelope here. Pinch with Lucid. As he's going to do just that. Gets the nice opening shots. Allows Lucid for the easy free kill cleanup on Royal 2. And now we're back and forth, but OpTic regain the lead. Up 1.
Phenomenal plays out of OpTic. You could tell the communication was on point. He certainly set that play up. Now it's FaZe, the ones trying to get into, or trying to get out of C and into the OpTic setup. Let's see if they opt to do the same thing. They're probably going to check to see if that shroud screen is up. We do see Snakebite, I believe that is, dropping down there to check the blue tunnel. Camo not up for another 45 seconds, so we might see the pace of the game slow down here. Unless there's an opening. Renegade sees an opening. This man finds his way into the setup, and the collapse is in from FaZe. But is anyone on the gold side of the map? I'm not sure. OpTic, if they can win or hold on to this gold side of the map, this will slow down the push a little bit. But Royal 2 and Renegade are charging in. 2-man push here. Dead Zone tries to get a shot down, gets the chain damage to damage both players attacking him. He's going to try to sit in a spot to bait for his teammates to come out, but the push a little bit too strong from FaZe. Look at this pressure.
This is unbelievable. 30-30. And no team has really had a big lead. No team has had a 2-possession multi-team wipe lead. It's been close all throughout this game. Now 31 all. Snakebite looking to change that with the shock rifle. Earns the headshot on Lucid. And for now, it looks like FaZe are going to roll on those numbers. They do. They take down Trippy. 33-31 as OpTic are going to be forced back C with those spawns, but fortunately for them, camo is up now.
Also, after Snakebite burning the last 2 shots, he knows the next sniper is up in a minute. It's going to be at about 4 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock, so keep an eye on that. Formal gets another camo. If this game lasts another minute, that last shock rifle could play a massive factor in the end game here. Formal just waiting for his teammates. He's using the camo to gather information, not shooting Frosty yet, doesn't want to give away his location. Sees an opening. He's going to jump up into glass. He might have been spotted by that player, but he's flanking in the pipes with his teammates. Make sure he gets 2, turns around to try to kill Snakebite, but Snakebite shuts him down, and it's now a 2-kill lead for FaZe. And this shock rifle, like I said, it's going to be up in about 10 seconds here.
And what looked like a really well-timed, patient use of the camo, seeking intel and slays was Formal. Despite that, FaZe Clan have a 2-kill lead heading into the 40. Snakebite in a 1v1 with a Trippy, wins it with the 5 perfect shots. Now Dead Zone with a little bit of help gets the assist. So that's going to be a +1 trade for FaZe, and they'll take that up 42-39.
Great plays across the board from both squads. That shock rifle is on spawn. Renegade finds it, uses the grapple hook that his teammate died with to safely grab it from the bat ledge. And this is not what you want to see if you're an OpTic fan. Renegade with the last shock rifle of the game could absolutely put the game in his hands right here.
Renegade hasn't showed up yet in this series, and that's surprising to say after almost 2 full games. Usually Renegade takes 2 seconds and he's popping off. But now with the shock in his hands, he could swing the tides in favor of FaZe, as this one will slow down to a stalemate. Camo up in 5.
OpTic absolutely know that Renegade has the shock. That's why they are not giving an inch until just now. As soon as Lucid, the first player to expose himself on the screen of Renegade, gets deleted instantly. This man's reaction time is incredible.
But the stick! Takes down Renegade.
Stick at the perfect time to do so. They get a 4 dead off of that. Huge plays out of OpTic Gaming.
Unbelievable. That could have been the game right there. Renegade with grapple, shock, everything FaZe would have needed to win this game, but instead you see the Season 1 MVP with the shock in his hands instead. OpTic down 2 though, 46-44. Lucid looking to change that with the game in his hands. Trippy engages on the top gold side of the map. He's got 2 there for FaZe. Renegade gets the opening slay. Snakebite cleans up on Trippy with a grenade, and now FaZe just 2 kills away from tying up this series. 49-44. World 2 pushes in, and the cleanup will go through. FaZe take game 2, and this series is tied.
Wow, just when you thought the game was going to slow down, FaZe surprised not just OpTic, but also me. I did not expect him to make that push at the end, and I think that was the point of it. They said, OpTic is not going to expect this. Let's just hit this really hard as soon as we come off spawn. They push in and just close the game out in a hurry. Don't even give Lucid a chance to win the game for OpTic. Look at this. So Frosty sees an opening to push through bottom middle. Renegade pushing through, somehow gets stuck in this moment.
Oh, man.
The timing on that stick, absolutely insane. And this looks like it could be what OpTic needed to come back. Lucid gets the shock rifle here. Dead Zone gonna position himself in tower just to make it a little bit harder for FaZe to earn space on the map. I think he gets pushed backwards. They probably get a player weak in this moment and just say, let's just move right now. Dead Zone, yeah, he's half shields. That gives them the opening. They take down Formal in the pipe side, get some great grenades down on Trippy, and then Lucid right here tries to use the grapple but gets stuck in the doorway. That's got to be one of the worst feelings in the world. Like a monster, that's like a bad dream, right? Like there's a monster chasing you and you're trying to escape, but you just can't. You're like trapped in mud or something. Like yeah. Poor Lucid just can't even get out of the situation, and FaZe just shut that down in a heartbeat.
And I think one of the end game scenarios that really, I think, was a catalyst for FaZe taking that win was, despite all 4 going down for FaZe, getting those back C spawns, Renegade squeaks out to gold quickly. I'm not sure if he got that long haul spawn over there by the boxes of glass and was able to quickly clamber up, but nonetheless, Renegade breaking through to the gold side of the map from those back blue C spawns. He gets that opening break slay where it looked like Trippy was about to push into back of gold in a 1v1, but Renegade was already there, and we have a tied series heading to a game 3. Oddball. This is going to be a barn burner. Match is going to go at least 15 minutes, if not more. Make sure you got your snacks, your water, as this one's going to be a good one.
This game type, we saw Native steal away a series victory on this game type in the previous series in a position that it didn't even look like they should have been able to. I think Sin had outslayed them by over 30 kills in that game, somehow find the victory. So this one all about objective efficiency, and we had seen FaZe struggle a little bit with objective efficiency last week. It's been kind of a thorn in their side since they became a team, and we'll see if OpTic can take advantage of that, play their process, and eke out a victory here.
Opening break goes to OpTic so far. 2 go down, but the sniper's going to go to FaZe. Frosty steals it. 2v2 now. Camel's up in 10. Trippy setting up for it, but with 1 HP. Going to go down quickly to Frosty's side of the headshot. Lucid now setting up on the camo, but Frosty has it in his sights.
Frosty's been in this position 100 times before. Has no reason to push forward. Just going to gatekeep the camo. If I'm a member of OpTic, I don't think I'm even going for it, man. You got to send somebody through top middle to apply pressure to Frosty first and then go for it, so he can't just sit back, comfortably hit these shots. And that's what we see Lucid doing here. It's going to put some pressure directly in Frosty's face, but it doesn't matter. He hits the last shot with the bandit, and now they've got the camo, but look how long it's taken them to get the ball. You have to think that somebody should have been down there already, because now may not get enough time on the board out of that 4 dead.
FaZe, they're the defending world champs, but more often than not, Eli, 50-50 at least, they'll get those team wipes against OpTic. It could be Cloud9, Complexity, doesn't matter. and it'll be 10 seconds sometimes before we see them grab the oddball. Again, despite the fact that all 4 members of OpTic are dead for 10 seconds at least. So some objective efficiency to work on, you could argue, for FaZe, but for now, they take a 10-second lead in this match. Frosty goes down, and now Trippy has the snipe. This is that no-scope shot, looking to just stay alive now, regain that sniper tower control if OpTic can work the oddball out to the C side, but Lucid might actually try to rotate this here instead to A, recognizing that FaZe are all eyes on Trippy. Yes, OpTic do rotate this ball to A, now on the screen door. And Lucid can take it anywhere he wants here. I love the positioning play from OpTic right here. Heads up.
Absolutely, and this might come as a surprise to many OpTic fans and fans of Halo in general, but I've been watching OpTic scrims. They've been kind enough to share their scrims on Twitch, and Lucid has become somewhat of an OBJ god. I mean, this guy is holding the oddball for the team more often than not, and I don't know if it's because their composition has changed a little bit with Dead Zone's playstyle here, but Lucid really stepping up in a big way in the OBJ department, and his team's had some success with him in that role.
Lucid pushing into the back of A with the use of the QT and a 1v1 with Renegade, and he trades out. And the trade out trickles across the screen. 2v2 for now. 3v3. 1v1. Formal versus Royal 2. Formal elects to just burn Camo, it looks like, but he's got to get it back in time and stay alive with 1 HP. Bait for Dead Zone takes down Royal 2. And now OpTic off of another heads-up play here from Formal, previously rotating the oddball. Now maximizing the value from Camo as OpTic doubled up on FaZe.
So smart. This positioning flawless out of Formal. He's still alive and cleans the 4 dead. They're going to also force the spawns onto the B side of the map, so Formal's going to be able to jump sandbags here and apply pressure immediately to the spawners. They know that he's there, though, so they actually move laterally off their spawn to try to take care of Formal. Formal with a perfect route, though. They don't expect this. Trippy and Lucid finding kills in the kill feed, and he's going to put this repulsor to work, and OpTic's going to continue scoring.
Oh, Formal has single-handedly nearly stopped the push from FaZe Clan. All the while, OpTic Gaming secure 50 seconds to FaZe's 11. Formal. Talk about objective efficiency for OpTic Gaming. As they rotate the oddball now towards B, they're going to get an easy reset into the drink just in case FaZe are able to break through. Oh, but Dead Zone has to be careful. He dropped the ball. He took the fight, and it looks like that play ball will not go through. Instead, FaZe will take 3 down. Formal another 1v1, and he wins it again! Matt Formal, my God, clutching up once again with the slay, retaining oddball control here for OpTic Gaming.
Formal is here to play today. No surprise, this man is a different beast on championship day. Frosty, though, going to use one of the last bullets in the sniper to get a headshot. He's also activated the QT so he can comfortably push forward and play very aggressive here. Wants to find a target that he could at least weaken for his teammates to finish it off. Sees his teammates going on the cut side. Chooses his positioning to be a little bit better towards the sandbag to create this pinch effect. He gets taken down, but not before hitting the body shot and winning the fight for FaZe, and this is starting to look like their first good potential hold.
Looking like an efficient rotation there, but Royal 2 goes down not before earning a sticky from the grave, but Trippy might just clean up on the C side and earn that oddball control once again for OpTic Gaming. Winning those 50-50s is OpTic, and that is trickling into a dominant 50-second lead now for them. As look at this rotation. They take it from the C side, recognizing these green spawns, and Formal says, I got the clearance, boys. Come on through to A. The oddball rotates all the way over to A, and FaZe don't know how to keep up with it. They do take 3 down, though, so they will reset things, but not before OpTic are able to milk 10 to 15 seconds at least from that rotation. FaZe with 10 to 15 seconds in total in this round 1. OpTic looking really good.
Formal just made the clutchest play to win that 1v1 against Renegade to stop him from getting the camo. Frosty's going to run in and burn it, but Formal also got extra credit with another melee before going down in a situation he absolutely should not have been able to get away with. Dead Zone here, meeting up with Formal in the garage. They're going to push together. Dead Zone kind of covering Formal's back on the garage side. Formal finds some players top mid, probably calling for help. Gets a lot of damage down, but nobody on OpTic in a position to kill those players just yet. Dead Zone going to opt to just bait this top mid route. Recognizes nobody's coming, so he's going to rotate. Kill these players on the screen. Pressure a little bit too strong for FaZe in this moment, though, and honestly, a great break from FaZe.
Great break there from FaZe as they open up the scoring for them, bringing themselves back in this game, but they're still down by that 50-second count, but they can quickly chip away at it. But you got Formal again. You got Thorn in the side, flanking in the rear, but he goes down. Big heads-up play there from Frosty. he retains control for FaZe, and with 3 going down for OpTic Gaming, make it 4. And it could come right back in this one. One more push for OpTic, or we're tied.
Renegade has the sniper. This man needs to do Renegade things for FaZe to come back in this round. Right now, Formal being a very difficult target to hit. Shots go wide. Another one misses. He's only got 2 bullets left to work with. It's not what we're used to seeing out of Renegade, but it's from the pressure of OpTic. Able to keep this man out of scope. Formal just going to get in their face time and time again and just make life difficult for them to rack up any ball time. Luce is going to get body shot, but Trippy's there to bodyguard, and this looks like a perfect break from OpTic if they can just take out this player. There's one more left though, and it's Frosty. Frosty's going to have to make a god play, but unable to do so. Lucid now trying to close out this round with oddball.
OpTic in the waning seconds of round 1, looking to secure the final 10 seconds. 92 and rolling. 2, 3 previously down for FaZe. Snakebite, a last-ditch effort here. Going to have to overextend onto the previous red X of his teammate, and he knows that's not going to be it. OpTic Gaming take round 1 in a 1-1 tie series, Eli. This game 3 feels almost has the consequential feeling of a game 5.
Definitely going to be an important one to win. Look at that nice triple kill body shot with this sniper. Beginning of this round going to be very interesting. We saw OpTic kind of go out to an early lead in the last round. Tends to be the team that does that closes it out, but it's not always over until it's over. Royalty is going to be the one to get the QT, but Camo is going to be spawning on the other side here shortly.
3 go down for FaZe off the start. OpTic Gaming continue to roll with their scoring. It looks like, yes, they will pick up that oddball. Smartly rotated out to Formal with the snipe as he looks to defend the A base. Looking for that top mid push here from Snakebite. Gets a nice body shot, but oh my god, look at all 3 members of FaZe. The timing was perfect there. That's an improvement from what we've seen in round 1. And I keep thinking to myself, Eli, if Renegade can just get off the floor, he's had an uncharacteristic series so far. And if he could just play a little bit better, you think FaZe Clan could get right back in it. OpTic Gaming, though, with a 10-second head start in this round.
At this stage in Halo Infinite, all these teams are so talented that it really just comes down to who is playing good in the moment. Right now, Lucid and Formal seemingly playing the best versions of themselves, and that's why this has been difficult for FaZe Clan. Renegade not finding the usual form that we're used to seeing him in. And even when saying that, he's still one of the best players in the world, right? We just know how good he can be, but Royal 2 is going to step up when John is not here with the reversal sticky repulse after getting 2 snipe kills of his own. And that's what makes FaZe so dangerous. Even if one of them is having an off game, it seems like another one steps up. Every time Renegade is having a bad game, Royal 2 is having a pop-off game.
Yeah, Royal 2 having himself a series. FaZe need a little bit more if they're going to come back against an OpTic Gaming team that looks much faster this week, looks much more decisive. I think some of that hesitation with the new guy on the squad, Dead Zone, has evaporated this week as they seem much more decisive and quick. But 3 go down for OpTic. Formal looking to make a stand as the last player alive. Everybody coming back on the spawn for OpTic Gaming. He's getting damage on multiple players, causing chaos here on the green side of the map as the Cavalry's arrived in the form of Dead Zone. Gets that slay onto Snakebite, and now OpTic Gaming have control once again.
If you just watch this game from Royal 2's POV, you'd be like, they gotta have more than 0 seconds, right? Like, they gotta have at least 1 second on the board, but no. OpTic proving to be far more objective efficient. These slays are often converting into at least 10 seconds of ball time before the ball is played off the map. This keeps happening though, where the ball does not get played. Snakebite opting to throw it off in this moment, despite his team looking like they might be winning, but no, he knows better than I. Lucid was on the way to get the double kill with the camo. They've reset the situation, but FaZe is still dying in the process. This is going to go right back into OpTic's hands.
And look at this. 3 go down for FaZe Clan. Formal is there to grab it 0.3 seconds after 3 go down for FaZe Clan. And again, that just points to the level of objective efficiency that just seems to be a little bit stronger here for OpTic Gaming as they soar into the 50 threshold, halfway to securing a Game 3 win and getting one step closer to a winter final against APG. Don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I know everybody's looking forward to that in chat. That rivalry would be fun to watch throughout AHS Season 3 as Trippy has the snipe. 5 shots to work with as he looks to regroup here at the back of A with his teammates.
Trippy hitting a big body shot here is going to slow this push down at the big door. FaZe trying to find their way into the OpTic setup, but getting shut down in every avenue. They're dying one by one as well. That means the spawns are going to be staggered. OpTic are probably going to take advantage of this and try to find the first set of spawners before the second two come off spawn, and they do. Trippy finding the body shot that's going to slow Royal 2 down. Finds another body shot with the no-scope. But this does not look good for FaZe Clan. This is definitely barreling towards a game 4 with OpTic in the lead.
Yeah, OpTic are rolling on FaZe Clan here. FaZe finally getting themselves off of one breadstick there, as they now get to 5, but they don't even get much time before OpTic Gaming are already pushing through. And now FaZe has to grab Oddball with OpTic nearby. They're feeling that sense of pressure. They're feeling that sense of overextension. We have to get back in this game, but Lucid won't let them as he out DMRs a full-on 1v2 against FaZe, and Lucid takes it, has the snipe as well, and a little bit more QD to work with. My God, Lucid hits the no-scope as well at the back of A to finish off that QT. What a play there, and that might just finish the round. It does. OpTic Gaming roll on FaZe Clan. Felt like a Strongholds match where OpTic had a trip cap the entire time.
Not gonna lie to you, Hunter, I have been wondering, where was Season 1 Lucid? I feel like we haven't seen Season 1 Lucid in quite some time, but this man is awake today, and he's back to his normal Lucid BS. This man is on his game today. That was such a sick play. He sees the next player after getting the double kill, QTs to safety as soon as his shields are back, comes back, hits the no scope, just completely shuts the door on FaZe. And if Lucid's playing his A game again, this is not something that FaZe wants to see.
Oh my God, unbelievable performance there from OpTic Gaming, and unbelievable support. I want to shout this out quickly. Anomaly just donated $200, and his message says, I just want to help support. So, my goodness.
What a dude. Let's go.
What a dude. $200. And again, guys, that gets split amongst everyone that you see and don't see on your screen. The casters, production, observers, admins, everybody shares in that community pooled funding directly from you guys. So thank you to Anomaly for the $200 and everybody else in chat for the support. That money goes a long way towards getting us to that first LAN of the year in OpTic's home base of Arlington. OpTic on the verge of getting to the winners final. Eli, I'm getting way too excited. APG lays in wait, and I'm sure he's watching, taking some notes on what OpTic's cooking up here against FaZe as they take a 2-1 series lead into Game 4 on Solitude.
OpTic looking very strong right now, but if there's anything I know about this FaZe roster is they do have another gear that seems to be unmatched by anyone in the HCS currently. If they can hit that gear is the question, though. OpTic's pressure so far been insurmountable. We just know they have it in the tank. You can never count out Renegade. You can never count out Royal 2, Frosty, Snakebite. This team is just so talented, man. Maybe I'm biased, spelled incorrectly in chat. I mean, everybody's going to type it now, but I don't know, man. We've seen these guys play on levels of Halo we've never seen before, and OpTic are going to have to continue this momentum if they're going to shut them down.
You're exactly right, Eli. FaZe's best Halo is played when their back is against the wall in a situation just like this, 1-2 against OpTic Gaming. And I keep thinking to myself, I wish you could elaborate more. It sounds so simple, like, oh, if Renegade could just play like Renegade, I think FaZe could take us to a Game 5 and even win this series and come back. But we just have not seen what we're used to seeing from Renegade, and that's a big player that you need to be like. You need him to be like Renegade, the demon on the map. He's been more of a, I don't know what the words are for him. He's just not looked like Renegade in this series. Looking to get back on his steez, but he goes down, not after securing one in the feed, though. Frosty now with the snipe in his hands, but he's the last player alive here for FaZe. This should give OpTic control of B. And if they take down Frosty, the shock as well. He's down to 1 HP. Gets Trippy down to 1 HP, but Trippy cleans him up as OpTic win the opening break and start the scoring.
I tell you what, if FaZe want to come back in the series, this is a good game type to do so. OpTic probably still have a bad taste in their mouth from what happened at the World Finals on this game type. FaZe winning 250-20. But that was a very different OpTic, right? That was before Deadzone had joined the team. They were kind of dejected. The favor was all on the side, the momentum was all on the side of FaZe in that moment. And this is a very momentum-based game type, right? So OpTic very well could do the same thing back to FaZe, and you know they want to get that revenge.
Yeah, Strongholds, especially on Solitude, is a game of swings. We could see OpTic score the first 120, and then FaZe could answer right back. So despite this 39 and rolling lead, stopped for now, this one's still pretty close. In the opening break, FaZe are able to get right back on their front foot as 3 go down for OpTic. Deadzone Gonna win A as a consolation, but the scoring should continue for FaZe, albeit maybe in a trip cap fashion, but no, Dead Zone clutches up by just staying alive there momentarily. Goes down, but does help regain that back foot spawn on A.
This game type can quickly spiral out of control between top teams. The spawn trap, pretty easy on this map. If you can get into the trip cap and then force the other team to spawn blue, which is so far from all the zones and quite exposed as well, can be very difficult for the other team to find their way out of the spawn trap. But so far, neither team able to get that level of control just yet. But you have to think, as soon as one of these teams gets several dead at the same time and into the right positions, they could start that steamroll.
Important to note that FaZe took the risk to push into A and secure the trip cap. They have, and with it, the lead, 50 and rolling to 39. They do give OpTic Gaming C spawns, which is one of the more favorable spots on the map here on Solitude, as OpTic will regain C, rather freely, but Renegade has the camo, has a ninja lined up on Trippy instead. Gonna take him down with the hands, the frontal, and Renegade gets cleaned up. Lucid has the nade. Great call, communication there. Trippy went down, told Lucid where the camo was, and Lucid takes him down, takes down Royal 2 as well. But OpTic aren't able to regain scoring. Instead, FaZe are looking for another trip cap.
Wow, Lucid making big plays. Had that player not been cleaned up at the U-turn and that second player not taken down in the cafe, the recipe was brewing for FaZe to get into that advantageous position I talked about. But instead, this game has flipped. Lucid staying alive. And part of the map that's not easy to stay alive, this dip area, I hate it. If I'm playing this map, I avoid that spot. I do not want to be there, but Lucid's showing that if you are good with your movement and hitting all your shots, you can absolutely make the most out of it.
Yeah, Lucid seems to be reaching flow state with his movement, looking much more fluid than we saw last week. Dead Zone now with the shot, potential double. Oh, he misses the body shot, but look at Trippy. Oh, what a teammate. Takes down his opponent, keeps Dead Zone alive, and that's going to keep the scoring rolling here for OpTic Gaming. Control of A, B, and C. You see a little bit of scoring there in B for FaZe, but with Dead Zone helping take down 3, make it 4. No, Frosty does regain, but for now, it's 3 caps for OpTic Gaming. A 3-kill spree for Frosty could bring FaZe right back in it. They're going to start with the control of A.
Looks like a player also spawned on the C side. Maybe OpTic pushed a little bit too far forward. Didn't realize they opened the spawn. Snakebite getting the most out of it. Tries to cap that spot. Frosty, though, has been a huge difference maker on this side. FaZe dying, but still scoring right now because Frosty is killing all the players that kill his teammates. Hits the double jump right there. By the way, important tech to know, and he's showing why that little bit of extra timing window after you hit that double jump is going to open the door for a killing spree. And Frosty has been trying to turn this game on its head.
Yeah, we saw that new double jump for the first time on stream, at least last week. I'm sure there's people in chat that already knew about it, but we saw it for the first time last week, and that's a tech jump that is going to be widely known. It feels like on Solitude, widely an important tech jump to know, as Snakebite jumps into the hill on C. FaZe Clan have regained control of this entire map. They take 4 down for OpTic Gaming, and Frosty's on A. So this is going to force maybe split cafe, 3 cafe, maybe even hotel, back of hotel spawns. Everybody's getting the cafe spawn, excuse me. Frosty with the nades out, looking to strike on this group spawn here for OpTic Gaming. And Frosty with the use of the thrust takes down Trippy, regains control of A, B, and C, as FaZe Clan are going to continue on with their trip cap into the 200s, doubling up here on OpTic Gaming.
This is all off the backs of some of the clutchest plays we have seen from Frosty.
What?
Looks like Snakebite's gun not actually shooting there. Not sure what was going on in that moment. Could have been an observer glitch. Regardless, though, this is what OpTic needed to come back in this moment. They now cap B and C. They're going to let FaZe Clan continue to hold A, and they're going to try to kill these spawners before they can get out.
Is this going to be that game of runs, or are FaZe Clan going to run away with it? 120 and roll into 210. OpTic Gaming get 100 seconds like we just saw from FaZe Clan to find that separation. Trippy trying to find the separation at the back of A, but he goes down now before earning 1. As Dead Zone, you're going to see that same risk-reward factor at play now. Dead Zone and OpTic, down by a count of 100 previously, are going to look to secure a trip cap to come back, but while pushing in for A, they give up a little bit of control on B and C entirely. But for now, OpTic will continue the scoring. This risk-reward is going to play out in their favor as they maintain numbers control. All 4 up for OpTic, and all 4 going down for FaZe, as OpTic Gaming are in the driver's seat towards a comeback.
Lucid with the camo shock rifle and the trip cap. They've also got the positioning to force the cafe spawns. This is the exact trip cap that FaZe used against OpTic to shut them out at the World Championship not too long ago. OpTic using that same exact strategy to put FaZe in the blender instead.
What does El Clasico have in store for us? A Game 5 or a thrilling Game 4 finish? Lucid with the shock and a full magazine +1 to work with. So this could be deadly for FaZe. As you see that member of OpTic helping secure C continuously. Deadzone gets the opening break slay on Renegade. Royal 2 trades out with Trippy, 3v3 for now. And for FaZe Clan, their only goal is to simply get control of A, at least stop that 2-for-1 scoring that OpTic has used to gain a 20-second lead now, 210 to a rolling 230. FaZe take 3 down for OpTic Gaming, and if not for that last stand, this would have gone in OpTic Gaming's favor, but Snakebite with control of B has FaZe right back in it.
FaZe played that situation so patiently. They knew they were losing a lot of points, but all it takes is one good hold to get back into it. Lucid kind of overextending here. I don't know if this was the best play to go bottom middle and try to cap B in this moment. Almost a bit of desperation. They're trying to force this, but I generally recommend people to just get control of high ground, get some slays on the outskirts of the map before you drop into B. The indicator at the bottom of the screen telling FaZe exactly where they are. It's going to make it easy for them to drop in and stop it. And that play could be what loses OpTic this game unless they can get around to slays right here, right now.
Oh, Formal has to reload. Formal has to reload, but he regains. No, he does not. Renegade takes him down instead, and Renegade starting to find his form. Finally positive for the first time in this series as OpTic Gaming go all 4 down. FaZe Clan will secure the Game 4 win with a trap cap, and we're heading to a Game 5 in El Clasico.
Oh my God. I don't know where this is going, Hunter. This Game 5 could go either way. Both teams playing so well. I feel like FaZe finally waking up a bit, but still maybe not their normal strength that we're used to seeing them at. OpTic seemingly on all cylinders here. They had great control throughout a lot of that game, but in the end, all that matters is who gets that last hold. Even if you have 249 points in strongholds, it's not enough. You cannot get lazy, and I kind of felt like they got lazy at the end there. They didn't play their process on that last stretch of plays. Lucid and I think it was Trippy both going bottom middle before they had killed anyone on the map. So of course, members of FaZe going to see that. They're just going to drop in and stop it, and ended up being what lost them the game.
Wow, and this final score to me really goes to show how you can never count yourself out in strongholds. We saw multiple 100-point swings for each of these two teams, and the final score was decided by less than 20 seconds. What a thrilling Game 4 win there for FaZe, as they seem to really step up. And right again, FaZe, one of the best teams with their back against the wall.
Right here we see, oh, this was, sorry, the play afterwards, but yeah, Formal also found himself bottom middle to try to follow up on the play that Lucid had started. So I don't know. It's really tough to call out whose fault that was. In the end, FaZe icing up to win, but I mean, this kind of looks good for OpTic in a way. They got blown out on that game type previously. Okay, here we go. W production. So Snakebite, this is after they got those kills and they finally get out of the A spawns. Lucid here tries to apply pressure to Renegade, and he just goes right into B, but there's now 4 members alive. Of course you're going to get shut down. Deadzone feels obligated to follow up on the play, so he goes down here. They both get grenaded out. Now Trippy, one by one, they're just rushing into B to try to finish that cap, but FaZe is just using it as bait. They know if they just hold the high ground and control the perimeter, they can shut down every last player. Formal, last member, still bottom middle. They're not playing for high ground, and that's not what we're used to seeing from OpTic. They're usually prioritizing the right parts of the map, and this last sequence, they felt a little bit desperate.
Would you expect anything less from these two teams? FaZe Clan and OpTic Gaming, a rivalry as old as competitive gaming. These two elite organizations face off so often against each other deep into the bracket. Here in the winter semis, though, we're getting treated way earlier, Eli. This is like a full course meal in the appetizer, as Game 5 is live. Those are the most purple the flowers have ever looked, as Royal 2 looks to start off the map with a couple shots with that BR. I love this grab here from Royal 2, using this battle rifle to get a little bit more range as Frosty opens up the slays, takes down Matt.
This map playing so differently than we had seen in prior seasons. This camo going to be so consequential. It's up in 5 seconds. Neither team really in great positions to grab it. Formal getting a kill right now is pretty massive. They're still fighting for this stalker rifle on the side. It's going to open up the ability for Dead Zone to go in and grab the camo, but he can't survive with his life, so that camo gets shut down, and this is back and forth, but who's going to end with the weapons?
Lucid with that DMR BR combination. FaZe Clan, though, with the 1 kill lead off the break, 5-4 after 1 minute. Frosty checking for that shotgun. We have a stalemate here early, and if this doesn't exemplify the intensity and tension in a game 5, I don't know what else does. Shots finally ringing out. Royal 2 looking to take down Lucid in the tires, but Formal goes down again. Trippy, though, trying to stop the bleeding for OpTic Gaming. Trades out. FaZe still with that 1 kill lead. Snakebite gets repulsed, but goes down. Royal 2 on the backside of A has the AR to work with. He's got some team support here. 8-6. FaZe still with a 2 kill lead.
FaZe also trapped here in the back of A, but they're finding kills while trapped, kind of using their weak teammates as bait. Getting a little bit different version of Streets for you guys, by the way. This is the
I like it. It's war-torn.
It's the psychedelic version. We're seeing some rainbow textures on the map. Happens from time to time. Don't worry about it. Clear your cache. Learn how to do that if you ever have this glitch in your own game. But for now, Trippy's got this shotgun. He's going to try to find a close quarter situation. His teammates are getting killed in the back of A. He's not able to put the shotty to work just yet. Staying alive well, but look at the bait and switch out of FaZe Clan. Player with full shields goes in first. As soon as he's weak, backs up. Another player with full shields comes in and completely shut down the efficiency of that shotgun.
FaZe, this team was assembled as arguably the greatest team of 4 on paper and arguably the greatest 4 slayers on paper. They were built to win game 5s, and they're looking pretty good here in the driver's seat, up by 5, now 6, as Renegade puts the camo to work.
He gets grenaded, sits still for just long enough for the camo to reactivate. He's going to be rewarded for it with at least a kill. Also gets Lucid to no shields. Rest of FaZe knows he's weak, but Trippy playing bodyguard as he's done so much throughout this series. I feel like he is like the #1 like right-hand man to just protect you in any situation. Trippy always throwing himself to the front line to protect his squad, and he's been such a big part of OpTic's success so far this series, but they find themselves at a 5-kill deficit. They're gonna have to find their way out of the sub side of the map.
OpTic looks like in a 2-2 split, 2 on the P side, 2 on the red side. Renegade with some support, and that's actually how it's set up here for FaZe, so almost like a wall of death opportunity here for both teams. But it looks like Renegade starting to rotate to the back of A. OpTic with one of their first opening break slays takes down Snakebite, and let's see, do they move up with these numbers, or are they content with the 1 slay? Oh god, Royal 2 answers back with the slay on Formal. Trippy trades out, and FaZe Clan are going to win that instead, despite the opening break slay for OpTic Gaming. FaZe win it out, but not before trading out. Everybody goes down just about. Still a 4-kill game here, 23-19.
The difference is FaZe, the team that walks away with a power weapon. This Stalker, so influential in this game type, can delete players off the map if you don't miss with it, but it's not an easy gun to use. Very difficult to hit those headshots consistently. All these players so good with it, though. Doesn't have a ton of ammo left to work with, just a few shots left. Camo's up. Neither team going for it just yet. Snakebite going to try to earn some positioning through the tire side while his teammates move in the front side of C, but OpTic play this very well to shut that down. I think they also get the camouflage.
Huge.
Lucid's also going to use the Shroud to escape here.
And if Lucid pushes up to the top of B-Rail, he has a Stalker waiting for him. I think he's looking for it. He grabs it after the double kill. And OpTic Gaming are right back in it. Halfway mark, 25-24. The entirety of this match, it feels like FaZe has had a killing spree separating them and OpTic Gaming, but now they're right back in it. And Lucid has that power weapon, only 13%. However, though, doesn't have much to work with, but with how accurate Lucid is, he could still do some work with it.
He had exactly 3 shots left in the clip. Burns the first 2 with 1%. He knows there's just 1 shot left of the Stalker. Immediately switches off the gun as soon as he fires the shot, but doesn't hit the shot with the Stalker, so Snakebite gonna win that engagement. FaZe Clan going up now by 4 kills, and Trippy's trapped in PD. Can't find the stick, tries to trade out before dying. Royal 2 does a good job to jump over that sticky to not take the full brunt of the damage. And now Snakebite understands the spawners are in C, and the rest of FaZe are coming in to clean up the damage. Snakebite gonna swing out to the purple side, probably gonna push up the C stairs here. Try to finish this push. No, he's wisely backs up. Lucid must have been a big part of the reason why. It's also going to clean up Snakebite, which is going to give OpTic a small chance of opportunity to get out of C here.
34-27. 35-27 as FaZe now have a 2-possession lead. 8 kills, 2 team wipes. As OpTic Gaming, they're going to have to play near SWAT-like Extermination Halo as they need a couple of +4s on the board to get back in this one, but the lead continues to grow. 37-27 now, and OpTic Gaming are going to have to slow things down, but Royal 2's not going to let them, pushing in through on the tire side, takes down Lucid on the pillars, and FaZe continue to build on their lead. They're going to have a camo to work with as well. OpTic Gaming have got to stop the bleeding right here.
It's going to be hard to, though. Look at the pressure from FaZe. They know where they're spawning. This map's so small, very easy to predict spawn. So FaZe not going to give any breathing room to OpTic, but Formal with an insane double kill. That's exactly what OpTic needs right here, right now. Not only that, but they kill another player. I don't know if they realize Renegade is sitting here. He's playing so patiently.
No.
The PD looks like it's right now decorated for Christmas or something. Very interesting the way it's glitched out with the textures, but great plays from Renegade, able to stay alive while the rest of his team dies. He's gonna now push up and keep his team alive here.
Everybody always asks you, when do you take down the Xmas tree? You know, keep it up till March. Why not? Renegade pushing up off the heaven side of the map. Pillars providing some protection for OpTic Gaming as they're gonna dip back into C. Lucid at the bottom of C, and now FaZe have that 8-kill lead once again. 2 possessions heading into the 40s. FaZe looks strong for what would be not a reverse sweep, but a comeback series win for them. Down 1-2 in the series. Going to win it outright 3-2 and head to that winter final where Native Gaming awaits. And with 4 going down for OpTic, their chance to take on APG in those winners finals is dwindling with every passing slide.
We saw it briefly in the kill feed. I think that was an overkill extermination from Royal 2. Didn't get to see it on the first person. It's only on the screen for a few frames there, but yeah, FaZe really shutting the door on this one, using everything in their power to just ensure OpTic does not have a chance to come back. Non-stop pressure, forcing these trades. Now they just need 1 kill. This game is over.
Oh, Royal 2 ends El Clasico with a ninja as OpTic Gaming go down, head to the lower side of the bracket. What a way to finish it in emphatic fashion for FaZe as Royal 2 ends it with a little montage clip ninja. Game 5 win. Love to see that. That was incredible.
Oh my god, not only does he get the overkill extermination about 20 seconds before that, but just adds insult to injury to really stamp their way into those winners finals. OpTic's heads have to be reeling after that one. They're going to go back to the drawing board, see what they can cook up in that lower bracket, but this is definitely not the last we've seen of OpTic.
Huge props to Renegade, who had a really difficult series, but maintained consistent assists to provide some help to his squad. And there in game 5, well, everybody was really popping off, but Royal 2, 19-8, double positive, had the overkill and the ninja to secure the win. As it never really felt close. FaZe always had that 5-kill lead. They ballooned it to 10+ at the end. As we get ready to send things back to the desk, Ali and Tools, their thoughts on El Clasico.